Welcome in everybody. YieldMax is trash, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute, wrong name. Right there. YieldMax is trash, ladies and gentlemen. It is trash, ladies and gentlemen, because we got confirmation on something. Yeah. This come from the coach, ladies and gentlemen, or somebody call him Jiggly Tits. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to call him. You call him the coach or whatever, ladies and gentlemen, but look at this video we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to it. At that too, ladies and gentlemen, and comment on it. It got YieldMax reverse split. Alti Tesla in 12 total funds are being reverse split, ladies and gentlemen. And I will show you one of them, Tesla, ladies and gentlemen, right here. This fund did not come out at $40. It came out at $20 on November 23, 22. Already had one reverse split. You going to get a second one? And where we at now? 755. And you get a 10-to-1 split here, ladies and gentlemen, that's $75.40. Oh, 75 and 40 cents. Oh, wrong thing. They go to here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to this video from Living Off of Dividends and Options Now, or the coach, or Jiggly Tits, how you want to call them, ladies and gentlemen. Let go.
Split, as we think of it conventionally, it's a reverse split. So it means basically reverse is the opposite. So when a stock splits like 4-for-1, you get 4 shares for every 1 share. A reverse split is basically for every 10 shares, you go down to 1 share. So the reason that funds like this do these kind of reverse splits is because they want to get the NAV back up. The NAV has eroded so much basically that it's down to single digits in most of these. So they need to get it back up.
See, they need to get back up, but over time, what does it do? It still goes down. Look, it just goes down. Look, 40.53. Has it ever reached back up there? No. No. Keep going down and down. You're losing capital, ladies and gentlemen. You are losing capital on this. Let's get back to the video.
So in order to do that, you have to do a 10-for-1 split, basically. It's unfortunate, but it is the reality. Now, what's neat about this little history lesson, I was one of the first to break the Tesla reverse split. Now I feel like I'm going to be one of the first to break this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, notice what he said. Tesla already did a split once already. I'm not lying to you. He's telling you. I was there when that happened.
As well, but these are minor details. Let's figure out what's going on here on the rest. Okay, so next one, surprise, another one for Tesla. Shocker, right? How about this one? Okay, so it's a 1 for 10, so it's way more significant than a 2 for 1. So what they're trying to do, because, and I have to kind of, I have to kind of tease you all in a friendly, loving, but
don't tease us, Jiggly Tits. Please don't tease us, Jiggly Tits.
But a tough way. A lot of you all don't care about history. So I know what's going to happen when this is done. New investors are going to come in and they're going to be like, that stock was.
This is true. It has happened when Tesla split it, ladies and gentlemen. What he is saying here, ladies and gentlemen, listen closely.
Never at $7 or $8 a share. And I'm going to be like, yes, it was, because that's where I sold it at. But I know you all's minds often are very short term. You forget about history, even though I've always been a believer history is highly relevant. But when this goes back up, basically, if Tesla's at $8 now, let's do some math here really quick. So $8 for 1 share. If it's going to be a 10 for 1, then that should, in theory, drive it back up to 80, right?
We'll drive it back up to 80, ladies and gentlemen. And people are going to be flooding in buying 80 just to watch their capital decrease. Oh, I'm getting dividends. I'm getting distribution, whatever you want to call it. It's a payout of your own money coming back to you, ladies and gentlemen. Because we have seen the chart, ladies and gentlemen. What does it do? Decline. And we will show you the new chart when these do come out and reverse split, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to the video.
So then that gives it a whole slew of room to continue to erode, basically. But for the existing investors, I guess you're SOL. And that's just me speaking, because personally, I'm not a fan of reverse splits. I'm sure you'll find people out there that say they're great. Then again, in my history of covering YieldMax, there's been times people have actually gotten mad at me because I pointed out that a fund was down 90%. So go figure. But anyway, All right, we're getting a lot of people on. Please smash that like button. We want this at the top of the algorithm, folks. That would be greatly appreciated. But anyway, like I said, I know a lot of you don't care about history, but like I said, a year from now, this will be, when it's trading at like 70 or 80, you're going to be like, well, what are you talking about? 7. I'm going to be like, yeah, that's where I.
But this will not be trading at 70, 80 in a year time. It'll be half that or lower, ladies and gentlemen. It could be at $40 to $30 a year from now. Just saying. History don't lie. History don't lie, just like Jiggly Tits told you, ladies and gentlemen. Or the coach, how you want to call him, ladies and gentlemen. But charts do not lie.
I literally sold out of it. So anyway, I'm kind of glad I did at this point, but let's continue. Okay, so the next one, NVIDIA, the NVDY fund, which I never owned, Coney, going to be a 10 for 1 basically. So I'll hardly hold any shares. I think I only have Coney and XYZY, which I'm sure XYZY will be on this list too. So that's 4 of the 12. So let's keep going here. So then the next one is the Bitcoin option strategy fund.
But why are you still going to own them if you know they're going to reverse split and he knows they go down? Why not get out of them when you already got lost and not keep losing your capital? Don't make no sense to me. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen.
This will be a 1 for 5. Let's read more, obviously. Now, the one that I knew for sure would be on this list is Moderny, MRNY. That one's been absolutely on the brink of the abyss. Unless, the only hope for it was a cancer vaccine, which doesn't look like that's going to happen. And then I'm assuming we've also got, little correction here. Okay, so the 3 that I mentioned are short funds. So it's the short Tesla, the short NVIDIA, and the short Coinbase. I only ever had the long version of these funds. Obviously sold Tesla, never partook in NVDY or Coney. Okay, so the 1 for 5 is Bitcoin.
Wait a minute, it's kind of funny not to see Misty on here. Or they were just waiting, see if Bitcoin will run up and maybe save Misty before they do a reverse split lane jump. Just saying.
Coin option strategy ETF. And these are filings. So remember, a filing, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to happen, but it gives them the option.
It gives them the option to do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the month on November 28th, ladies and gentlemen. You don't believe me? We get ready to hear it. They get back to the video. But you notice that Tesla option income 1 for 5. We're at 755. Oh. They bring out a calculator. 7.54 times 5. This is going to be at $37, about $38, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say you own 1,000 shares divided by 5. Now you only own 200, ladies and gentlemen. And what does it pay out weekly for you, ladies and gentlemen? Add your weekly dividend into 200. You see how much dividends you are losing, ladies and gentlemen. And this will erode. Time over tell will tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to the video.
Pun intended, it gives them the option to do it. Like I pointed out, in the clickbait thumbnails that I've used, the strategies that they had to boost the NAV, they never actually implemented those, as Jay answered, but they had them in the prospectuses that they made updates to when they updated the prospectus. So it makes for a great clickbaity YouTube video, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're going to do it. However, I'm sure with some of these will go forward, because especially with MRNY, I've been saying that that's been a likely candidate on the chopping block for months. Okay, so of course that's on here. Of course, Tesla, now this is a 1 for 5. So what that means, if it's at about $8 a share, it'll get back to 40. XYZ, didn't I call this one? XYZ, I knew this would be on the list. The Airbnb one is a 1 for 5 also. The AI one, which I'm not shocked at all, is on the list. That's a 1 for 10, because the AI one's absolutely been in the crapper for a long time. The Coinbase one is on the list, 1 for 10. And then we've got the Innovation Fund. That's going to be a 1 for 5. So how many is that? That's 1,
That's 12 there, Coach. But you still got to count. Let them count it out.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's all 12 of them so far. So let's pull up one of the prospectuses here and just see what it says here. We're going to share this tab instead over here. Okay, here we go.
Listen to what he reads from the board of directors or board of trustees titled, ladies and gentlemen. Listen closely.
All right, so let's see. As of November 14th, let me confirm what I just said, because I don't want you to take as gold what I just said. I just said that I thought this was like an update to a prospectus and that this may or may not happen, but let's read through. The Board of Trustees has approved a reverse stock split. Okay, so that makes it sound like it's more likely to happen. The Board of Trustees has approved a reverse stock.
It's not more likely going to happen there, Jiggly Tits or Coach. It is happening. Look, before the split, if you had 1,000 share, $10 NAV, 100 is $100. That means you don't got 100 shares, but you bought over 1,000, but you have $100. That's still $100, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that, but it's gonna keep declining. We have shown you in this chart that YieldMax trash. If you don't get out and learn that this stuff is trash, it's your own fault, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna watch the rest of the video. I have the description below. But ladies and gentlemen, YieldMax is trash. I hope you learn from your mistake, ladies and gentlemen. See you on the next one. Peace out.